Hi friends, it's Miss Tina and I'm back with another video. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm sorry I'm late with today's upload. I was trying to figure out how to work my new mic so that you guys can hear me nice and clear. So I hope that it's much better this time so that it doesn't sound like I'm whispering and everybody can hear me, whether you're watching on television or you're watching on a cell phone or a tablet. I hope you guys can all hear me nice and clear. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to Friday. Guys, if you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Don't forget to hit the bell for notifications so that you won't miss an upload. And if you haven't, check out all the other stories that I have. And don't forget to share, share, share. I'm here every single Friday just for you. Now, without further ado, if you're ready, are you tucked in? You are. Good, because I'm tucked in too. Let's get into today's story. Today's story is Beatrice's goat. I like to say Beatrice, so I'm going to say Beatrice. Beatrice's goat. And this is written by Paige McBrier, illustrated by Lori Loster, and the afterword is by Hillary Rodham Clinton. This is a New York bestseller. Beatrice's goat. Let's get into it. Has beautiful illustrations. The pictures are very colorful and beautiful. See that? That's the first page. It has no words on it, but it's very pretty. If you were to visit the small African village of Kinzinga in the rolling hills of western Uganda, and if you were to take a left at the crossroads and follow a narrow dirt path between two banana groves, you would come to a home of a girl named Beatrice. Beatrice lives here with her mother and 5 younger brothers and sisters in a sturdy mud house with fine steel roofing. The house is new. So is the shiny blue wooden furniture inside. In fact, many things are new to Beatrice and her family lately. See how beautiful these pictures are? I really like these pictures. And it's all because of a goat named Mugisa. Beatrice loves everything about Mugisa: the feel of her coarse brown and white coat, the way her chin hairs curl just so, and how Mugisa gently teases her by butting her knobby horns against Beatrice's hand. Tup, tup, like a drum beat waiting for a song. But there is one reason why Beatrice loves Mugisa most of all. In the meantime, Mugisa, wait a minute, it says, in the time before Mugisa, Beatrice spent her days helping her mom hold the plants in the fields, tend the chickens, watch the younger children, and grind the kavasa flour that they would take to market to sell. Very busy kid, wasn't she? Once in a while, when she was tending baby Pascavia, Beatrice would stop by the schoolhouse. Often the students had carried their long wooden benches outside to work under the cool shade of the jackfruit trees. Then Beatrice would stand quietly off to one side, pretending she was a student too. Oh, how she longed to be a schoolgirl! How she yearned to sit on one of those benches and figure sums on a small slate chalkboard! How she wished to turn the pages of a worn copybook and study each word over and over until it stuck in her mind like a burr. I'll never be able to go to school, she would sigh. How could I ever save money to pay for books or a uniform? She wasn't able to go to school. She sees the other children going to school. She wants to go to school too. One day while Beatrice was busy pulling weeds, Mama came to her with dancing eyes. Beatrice, some kind-hearted people from far away have given us a lucky gift. We are one of 12 families to receive a goat. Beatrice was puzzled. A goat? What kind of gift was a goat? It couldn't get up each morning and start their charcoal fire for cooking. It couldn't hike down to a stream each week and scrub their dirty clothes clean. It couldn't keep an eye on Grace, Moses, Harriet, Joash, and Pascavia. Her long fingers tugged patiently at the weeds. That's very nice, Mama, she said politely. Then Mama added, it will be your job to take care of our goat. If you do, it can bring wonderful things. Beatrice looked up at her mother. Will this goat come soon? She asked. Because I would like to meet such a goat. Mama laughed. Good things take time. First, I must plant pastures and build our goat a shed. Beatrice nodded slowly. Surely Mama knew what she was doing. I will help you, she declared. Have you ever taken care of a goat? I've never taken care of a goat. I've seen one at the zoo, at the petting zoo, and I've not touched one. No, I've seen them though. For the next few months, Beatrice worked harder than ever. She helped Mama collect the posts for the shed walls, then lashed the posts together with banana fibers. She planted narrow bands of stiff elephant grass along the edges of their cassava field. She put in pigeon trees and lab vines between the banana trees. I know how to do none of this. Finally, one day Beatrice's goat arrived, fat and sleek as a ripe mango. Beatrice stood shyly with her brothers and sisters, then stepped forward and circled the goat once. She knelt close, inspecting its round belly, and ran her hand along its smooth back. Mama says you are a lucky gift, she whispered. So that is what I will name you, Mugisa, luck. 2 weeks later, Mugisa gave birth. It was Beatrice who discovered first one kid, then to her surprise, another. Twins! Did you know that a baby goat is called a kid? Yeah, it is. Stooping down to examine them, she said, see that? My Mugisa, you have already brought us two wonderful things. Beatrice named the first kid Mulindwa, which means expected, and the second Kihimbo, or surprise. Each day, Beatrice made sure Mugisa got extra elephant grass and water to help her produce lots of milk, even though it meant another long trip down to the stream and back. There's Mugisa and her babies, which are called kids. So Mugisa and her kids. When the kids no longer needed it, Beatrice took her own first taste of Mugisa's milk. Mmm, sweet, she said, mixing the rest into her cup of breakfast porridge. Beatrice knew Mugisa's milk would keep them all much healthier. Have you ever tried goat's milk? I haven't tried that either, but a lot of people have. She put it in her breakfast porridge. Porridge is something like oatmeal or grits. Now, each morning after breakfast, Beatrice would head off to the shed to sell whatever milk was left over. Open for business, she would say, in case of anyone was listening. Often she would spy her friend Bunane coming through the banana groves. Good morning, Beatrice, Mugisa expected and surprised, Bunane would always say. Then He would hand Beatrice a tall pail that she would fill to the top with Mugisa's milk. When Beatrice finished pouring, Bunane would hand her a shiny coin, and Beatrice would carefully tuck the money into a small woven purse on her side. Day after day, week after week, Beatrice watched the purse get fuller. Soon there would be enough money for a new shirt for Moses and a warm blanket for the bed she shared with Grace. So now they're making money selling Mugisa's milk. One day, Beatrice returned from collecting water and noticed Mama frowning and counting the money in her woven purse. Beatrice put down the water and ran to her mom's side. Mama, what is it? She asked. What's wrong? I wonder what's wrong with her. Do you think you know? Let's find out. As she looked up, Mama's frown turned into a small smile. I think, she said, you may just have saved enough money to pay for school. School, Beatrice gasped in disbelief. But what about all the other things we need? First things first, Mama said. Beatrice threw her arms around her mother's neck. Oh, Mama, thank you. Then she ran to where her goat stood chewing her cud and hugged her tight. Oh, Mugisa, she whispered. Today, I am the lucky one. You have given me the gift I wanted most. The very next week, Beatrice started school. On the first morning that she was to attend, she sat proudly waiting for milk customers in her new yellow blouse and blue jumper, Mugisa by her side. Beatrice felt nervous and excited at the same time. Mugisa pressed close, letting her coarse coat brush softly against Beatrice's cheek. Oh, Mugisa, Beatrice cried, I'll miss you today. Then she thought again about all the good things Mugisa was bringing. Mama said that soon Surprise would be sold for a lot of money. It would be enough to tear down this old house, she said. We would be able to put up a new one with a steel roof that won't leak during the rain. So now they'll be able to sell the baby goats to other people so that they can make more money. Beatrice heard a rustle and noticed Bunane heading toward her with the empty milk pail. He eyed her new uniform and sighed, You're so lucky. I wish I could go to school. Beatrice reached out and touched Bunane's arm. I've heard that your family is next in line to receive a goat. A smile crossed Bunane's face. Really? Really? So that means Bunane will be able to go to school too, right? Did you know that there were kids somewhere that wants to go to school? Now that's a surprise to me. Then Beatrice kissed Mugisa on the soft part of her nose, close to where her chin hairs curled just so, and started off to school. There she is, getting ready to go to school. And that is the end of our story. Beatrice's goat. I hope you enjoyed this story, and I will see you next week. Bye, friends.